Boogie and Indy in the morning on Magic 95, and you've got people.
I do have people. I have members from the Lawton Food Bank, Leadership Lawton. We have Stan Booker here. He's from, they actually helped us put on the event.
Yeah.
The event I'm speaking of is Rock, Stock, and Barrels and the Hunger Ride. We had it at Cash Road Square on June 18th with Stan Booker and Johnny Owens of Cash Road Square and the Merchants Association. And we got Tara Collins here from Arvest. Tara, where did I get Collins? Oh, Facebook. Sorry, well, you do need to be on my Facebook then if you're not already. And we have Chase is here. Chase and Tara both are with Leadership Lawton, and the Food for Kids program is who they were representing at the Rock, Stock, and Barrels event. We also have Jerry Mosman from Lawton Food Bank, and we're going to be talking with her. In fact, let's start with the Food for Kids program. If you could tell us a little bit about what that is all about, what your purpose was with Leadership Lawton, and what your goal was for the Food for Kids program.
This year for Leadership Lawton, each year the class picks a project that they can either help beautify Lawton or help give back to the community in some way. And so our project for Class 21 this year was Lawton Food for Kids. And we wanted to give back to both our youth, but help the education as well. And so the Lawton Food for Kids program, what that is exactly is, it is these kids that were coming to school chronically hungry in, kindergarten through 5th grade in elementary school, and the teachers were taking notice of this, and they were seeing that these kids, all they could think about and all they wanted to focus on was that they were hungry. And so this program provides them with a backpack of food every Friday that they can take home and have food items that you don't have to refrigerate, you don't have to microwave, you don't have to cook. You can just take them straight out of the backpack and eat, and it gives them food for the entire weekend. And so what they found out is the kids would bring this backpack back Monday, and the kids' grades went up, their focus went up, the attendance went up. And so right now this program's serving 335 kids in Lawton elementary schools. And so it is something that is being used, and so we wanted to help give back to that project, and it's completely donated. There's no paid employees or anything like that, so they work completely off donations. So it's very important that not only once our project ends, but that we continue as a community to give back to this program.
And I know that Arvest Bank, and Terry, you're with Arvest Bank, and I know they've done a lot with the food bank throughout the year. You've had different programs throughout the year, and with Leadership Lawton, Leadership Lawton Fort Sill, I guess I should say, which is a great program for any of you that have not participated yet. But let's talk about your involvement in the Food for Kids program, and maybe some of the things that people can do to help Leadership Lawton now.
We do have our Southwestern Scorcher 5K run Saturday, August 6th, and the funds from that we raise will go back to the Food for Kids program. Looking at vendors, we have a lot of businesses and physicians that are supporting the run, but all of the funds go back to the Lawton Food for Kids program.
That's excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, and thank you to Arvest for their participation as well. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Jerry and Stan about the Rock, Stock, and Barrel event. We're going to be doing the check presentation. Stan is super excited about it. But we're going to be talking about that, and then we've got some money to give you guys. The community was great. It was ridiculously hot that day. It was like 150. Yeah, it was 100 in hell outside, and anyway, but the community really came out. They donated huge amounts of food. They helped with lots of money and, a good chunk of change. And we're going to be presenting checks next and talk with Jerry and Stan and talk about a little bit about what you, as a member of the community, can do to help your neighbors in need. Boogie, back to you.
They make a sound only other freaks can hear.
Boogie and Indy, today's best music. Magic 95.
It's 9:20 Boogie and Indy in the morning on Magic 95, and money all over the place, and none for us. Hello.
Well, is it ever?
Yeah, well,
Is
no.
it ever for us?
No. The budget is low on the morning show, but we've got lots of cash to give to the community, and that's what it's all about.
That's right. That's true. Hey, good morning, everybody. We've got, if you weren't listening earlier, we've got the members from Leadership Lawton Fort Sill that have raised money for the Food for Kids program for their project this year. And we've also got Jerry from the Food Bank. We've got Stan Booker, who is with Cash Road Square Merchants Association, also Johnny Owens. And we're going to talk to Stan here a little bit. You were behind a big push in helping us get Rock, Stock, and Barrels and the Hunger Ride off the ground. And we're already making some plans possibly for next year.
Well, I hope we're going to do it next year. I thought it was a great success, and I really appreciate Magic 95 and all that they did. And it was hot that day, real hot. kind of remind you of right now. It's been a tremendous year, but all the volunteers that showed up, and I got to tell this one story because you guys looked pretty bad that day. It was hot. And I appreciate your work. You know, I got to sit in the shade, but then at a restaurant, I see somebody the next Tuesday. This happens on Saturday, and I see somebody on Tuesday, and I say, have y'all recovered from the heat? And they're like, yeah, we feel better now, but I'm going to tell you, they didn't look a lot better on Tuesday. And so, but it was a great day, and I really appreciate Magic 95 and the tremendous number of volunteers that showed up, and really appreciate. I'll tell you what drove Johnny and I to get involved was just stop and think for a few minutes about kids going home hungry on a weekend. Yeah. That'll get you involved.
Well, and you're right, and that's just one of the great programs that we have set up here in Lawton Fort. So we're very fortunate that our community cares so much because we have the summer feeding programs, we have the Lawton Food Bank, we have the Food for Kids program, and it's a tough time for everybody. But I know that from talking with Jerry, who's here with Lawton Food Bank, we've learned that right now, people are really hurting, and the food bank is in need. And tell us just a little bit about what's going on and what the needs are now and what people can do to help you out.
Summertime is always a difficult time for the food bank. Our donations are down. Our need is up. Children are out of school. Whenever children are out of school, our numbers go up. They're used to getting that free and reduced lunch or breakfast, and now they're at home with their parents, and they still want to eat 3 meals a day, an occasional snack. We fed 65 families yesterday alone. 900 every month comes through the food bank. 900 families every month come through the door of the food bank in need of food. So thank you so much for Rock, Stock, and Barrels. It was a wonderful event. Ungodly heat. But it was wonderful, and Okie Magazine, I thank you so much just for the exposure, just letting everyone know that hunger really does exist in our own community. So thank you so much.
And speaking of Okie Magazine, you can also, this next issue coming out, in August issue, we're going to have information about the Plant a Row campaign again that we've been pushing all summer, and we can't thank Cameron University enough, the students and some of the groups there that have been helping maintain the garden and donate produce from that particular garden. We've got joining us, Chuck Morgan is co-publisher of Okie Magazine, also the general manager of Magic 95, and he's the man with the checks, and we're going to let him go ahead and present to both the Food for Kids program and Jerry with the Lawton Food Bank. And here's Chuck.
Well, thank you, Indy, and I want to thank everyone who helped with this great event. Unfortunately, I was out of town and was not able to attend, but I did keep up with it on our website and on Facebook. I kind of felt like I was there, although I wasn't quite as hot as the rest of you. Jerry, on behalf of Magic 95, Okie Magazine, and Cash Road Square, we're very pleased to present you with this check for $3,000. And if we'll aim towards Annette, we'll get a picture. Thank you very much for your help with this event.
Thank you so much.
And Chase, on behalf of Okie Magazine, Magic 95, and Cash Road Square Merchants Association, $500 for your organization to be given to the Lawton Food for Kids program.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Lawton and Food for Kids.
Our sincere pleasure. Thank you all very much. Indy?
And Boogie, back to you, sir.
Magic 95, today's best music.